Corina, I'm so glad that you are here too. For many of you don't know, but actually Corina and her husband Art were really pivotal in my journey of faith. I came to them pretty broken girl in my late teens and went on a mission trip with them, and they just spoke so much love and grace over me, and it literally changed the trajectory of my life. And I thank them a lot, but every time I'm like, I didn't know I was going to get emotional, Karina, but we've never done this on a show. And so it's just so beautiful that you're here, and so thankful for you and part of my life at that time. So Karina, you're a fourth generation Chinese Canadian. And I know that your story has a lot of expectations from others and yourself and identity. I want to talk about that because I know there's a lot of people who will relate to the struggle with expectations of how you are to be.
Right. Yes. I think growing up, and I absolutely love my parents, but they also, just the way that they grew up as well, there was just, you had to work hard. There was expectations. You need to be that, you know, the lawyer, doctor, high achiever, awesome in math, which I was never good at math. I never did the stereotype of Asian, you know, and so that was always a struggle for me of not being good enough, struggling with my identity. So even though I tried so hard in school, or I tried to do certain things in my life to measure up or to be enough, it was never enough. So, you know, I actually got through university but that was such a struggle even to become a teacher. So I always had struggle learning, even the way I looked or my body image. There was always that struggle, always in my life. And so on the outside, I may have looked altogether, even YWAM. I was in Youth with a Mission for over, 12 years, doing ministry, teaching. I've done a lot of things in my life, but it never was enough. That's what I felt, because I was trying to earn God's favor and earn God's love. Even though I've heard the message always, God loves you as you are. But inside, I still never comprehended or believed that. And so it's been a journey in that, just finding God's grace and who I am. So I realized what I do, whether it was ministering in Youth with a Mission or teaching or directing, that cannot be my identity. I attached it. So in October, which is funny, I felt I had a hiatus, and I had to go on medical leave. And I'm like, what? I'm on medical leave. And I'm so used to being so busy and having a lot on my plate and serving. And I'm like, now what? I'm not, my son's all grown up. He was so involved in hockey. He's now 20. So he's at a different stage in his life. I'm not I'm at home. And especially now with COVID, I'm not supposed to even really go out in crowds or shopping. So now what, God? Like, I'm not as busy. So where's my identity now? What am I? Right. So in that, it's like I'm resetting. So even though I haven't been working since October, and even if I was better to go back to work, I can't, because it's shut down, because we work with children, and I work I do a after school program with the church, but the church can't open and do ministry, right? That's a new change. So yeah, but it's connecting and just saying, okay, God, what is it then? Who am I with not being 100% well, and I'm not doing what I usually do? Where is my worth? And it's like, it doesn't matter. You are worthy now. I love you now. And even though I'm not 100% well, God has still been able to use whatever my encouragements or words. And it's just like Natasha was saying, it's like, what is it that you want me to do now? What is it today? Or what is it this hour that you want me to do? It's, even though I'm not well and I can't go out and do the same things that I'm doing, is there someone I can text or email or encourage or whatever that looks like? And, you know, God has still, in spite of me not being able to do my normal things that I'm used to doing, God has still opened doors for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Okay. You know, just, yeah, it's just been amazing. And the one thing I see hope in is that he still continues to ask me to be fat, which is something we talked about in Youth with a Mission, is continue to be faithful, continue to be available, and teachable. I'm like, okay, God.
Okay, I can get behind that, Corina.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Faithful. What was it? Faithful and what
available, teachable.
It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's sort of what you're saying now, is that in that, as we're working through people, family of origin expectations, your own expectations, cultural expectations, that you are valued even if you can't do anything. God still looks at you and loves you. Right. And in that, though, you want to work at being fat in the way of being always faithful, available, and teachable to what God is saying and speaking to you.
Right. Yeah.
That's amazing. That is really profound. Well, listen, even what's amazing, I will say this, even when you are feeling that way, isn't amazing God used you and art to still continue to speak into my life in such powerful, profound ways that changed my life. Because you know that, Corina, and I say this, I was not at a place where I didn't know if I was going to be following Jesus in that new season. And it was like, I felt like I needed to go on this mission trip, and God put us together, and in your words and friendship, it changed my life. And so isn't that amazing? When you don't even feel like you're equipped or ready, or you feel like a fraud, God will say, great, because it's not about you, it's about me, and then I'll use you. So it's amazing, Corina. Thank you so much. That's so beautiful and so encouraging. Thank you.